I do have skills that make me a nightmare for people like you.
G'day, is that Mark?
Speaking.
G'day Mark, John Strawbridge here, Group Manager of Transport. How are you?
John? Yeah, good. And you?
Look, I'm sorry I came down the other day to see you as last week, and you'd left about 5 minutes before I got down there.
That's
I was trying to get to the bottom of this email issue and Isabel's name.
Cases with foundations and bullshit, Johnny. They're hard to walk around in.
And I have got that information, and I wanted to just talk you through it, but also give you some assurance that it's been fixed now.
Cool.
So the issue is actually quite a simple one in terms of how it's happened. The thing that's not simple is that it's a mistake and it needed to be rectified. That it's a mistake and it needed to be rectified. That it's a mistake and it needed to be rectified. That it's a mistake and it needed to be rectified. Fortunately, your concerns have enabled us to sort of solve a problem that's probably actually been something that's impacted other people as well. Something that's impacted other people as well.
Right.
So what's happened is your the email, which is forgive me if I get this not completely right, but I think CKA.
Yep.
That was the primary email that was associated with the hop card that
Sure.
Isabel has. So. So what the system does by default when it goes through our customer service system is that it'll search that email, it'll look for the associated name with that email, and then the correspondence will go to that person's name. So although all of the answers that we prepared for you in terms of your parking inquiries, we left our desks, if you like, addressed to yourself. They've gone through the computer system, and associated with that Gmail account, Isabel's name's come up. So that's what's happened.
Okay.
But thankfully, because of your intervention, we've been able to go in there. Firstly, we fixed that in terms of yourself and associating your inquiries.
Because I couldn't quite figure out how on earth, when I was the only one that's dealt with the parking infringement and all the other little issues surrounding it, that her name came into it. So yeah, I mean that explains it. And as I said,
yeah, and neither could I, and that's why I thought, right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this before I come down and see you, because there's no point in me coming down and see you going, I don't know. And that's why I thought, right, I'm going to get to the bottom of this before I come down and see you, because there's no point in me coming down and see you going, I don't know.
Yeah.
Because that's no help at all. So, look, I'm very, very grateful for you to bring it to our attention. what we've done is we've changed it. It's changed in your account for sure, but also we've put a software fix in with our systems now that it has a validation check before correspondence goes out.
Yeah, because I've called several times in regards to that case number, and
yes.
No one's ever mentioned that I'm not Isabel.
You
know,
right.
and they seem to I don't know, verify that it's the right person talking about the right place by specifying the address it's related to, not who the customer's name is.
Yeah, look, I'm with you 100%. So I actually have a similar thing. My son has my home email address associated with his hop card. Not that I've had the correspondence come through, but it's exactly what would happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Anyway, so that's two things. One is we fixed yours personally, but also it's enabled us to put a fix in basically for everybody.
Cool. And what can you tell me about the allegations that were on the comments about threatening the warden and commentary on video and incident files being filed with the police? Because none of that's existent. I checked with the police.
Yeah, look, I can't really help you with any of that, mate. I was more. I mean, that's something that I'm not privy to. Yeah, look, I can't really help you with any of that, mate. I was more. I mean, that's something that I'm not privy to. What I've done is probably gone through the higher level stuff and to make sure that this was fixed. To me, that was far more important. That
the breach of privacy.
Yeah, absolutely.
The breach of privacy. Absolutely.
Yeah, getting it to the right person is far more important to me at my lofty heights, whatever they may be.
Yep. Good as gold, John.
Good on you. All right. Thank you very much for your time, and hopefully that's clarified it. And again, I appreciate, on this occasion, you've done a bloody good thing for us. Thank you.
Yeah, I tend to find little flaws and try and get them fixed.
Oh well, it's happened, which is a good thing.
Good man. Okay.
Good on you. Thank you. Bye.
Thanks, John.
Talking to Johnny was like masturbating with a cheese grater. Slightly amusing, but mostly painful.
We wonder if Steve's children would approve of his actions, and how many other erroneous infringements have been issued in his 15 years of service.
Kia ora, the Office of the Privacy Commissioner.
Kia ora, Office of the Privacy Commissioner. One moment.
Sure.
How can I help?
I've got somewhat of a concerning matter I'd like to sort of ponder to you and ask you what can be done.
Sure.
Back in October, our vehicle was issued a parking infringement with Auckland Transport. I'm going to court on the 1st of April in regards to a defendant hearing over it, but what I did is I found out that the ticket was issued unlawfully because there were misleading road markings, which is why I'm going to court. Now, what I did is I actually put a service order request in with AT because where the car parking space is, there is broken yellow lines and also white hockey sticks marking a car parking space.
Yellow lines and what, sorry?
And they call them hockey sticks, the white markings.
The hockey stick to what? To mark the...
To mark a parking space, the white lines you see where there's a space. Because both markings were there, people were just parking there, and then Auckland Transport come along and dish out tickets for being parked on broken yellows, and yet there's white lines as well, so it's misleading. They shouldn't. So they shouldn't.
Definitely.
Yeah, they shouldn't be issuing the tickets. They should have avoided it. It turns out they've given 12 different people tickets, and 9 of them are now gone to Bay Court. I'm one that's going to court, and 2 other people have paid off those 12 people in the last 4 months. My problem being is that I was concerned that they were still unlawfully issuing tickets, so I called and asked for a service job for them to go and either correct which marking shouldn't be there, So they went back in January and they blacked out the white hockeys, so that's all up, the engineering's all up to scratch now. but I needed something from Auckland Transport to confirm that that service order had been done and that they had repaired it, because that goes in my favour when I'm standing in court showing that they'd fixed the fault. When I asked for the service, I did an Official Information Act request asking for the details in relation to that case number. And what they did is they sent me back the details reports in relation to the case number. And it has my 16-year-old daughter's name, her address, and yet she's had absolutely nothing whatsoever to do with this matter. This has caused her somewhat of an upset. She suffers from the main reason it caused upset is that on the service report, AT are alleging that they have filed incident reports to the police over commentary on YouTube videos in relation to it, and that they had said that the customer had made veiled threats to the warden and his children, which never happened. And all of this is under my daughter's name. So they've supplied me my daughter's information, so they've breached her privacy. I contacted Auckland Transport and spoke to John Strawbridge, who is the manager of Auckland Transport Parking Compliance. He's told me...
So what your daughter needs to do is actually send them an email or a letter asking for a reason for why her personal details are on the specific file when she had nothing to do with it, and to ask to remove it because of this fact. So that's basically, you have to give them 20 working days to respond to that.
Yeah,
okay?
Well,
then if you're not happy with what the outcome is or what they say, then you'd send your emails of all the, all the details surrounding this issue to investigations@privacy.org.nz and send through a formal complaint and have it dealt with by the Commissioner.
Yeah, because if I could just finish because it had mentions of police and incident reports, and I obviously didn't want the police coming around and talking to my daughter about this because they also had her phone number as a contact details. I went into the police to see, if there was any validity to this. The police had no record on files of any incident reports being made. And I rang up AT on Sunday and questioned them about it. Yesterday, I got a call from John Strawbridge telling me that it was a flaw in AT's system, that they had associated my email address with her details from the AT Hop card system, which has got nothing to do with it. And they've pointed out that it was a flaw in their system, and that they have corrected it. It wasn't just me that it was affected. They had apparently breached other people's privacy at the same time.
But your daughter needs to send through a
well, she's only 16. She's only 16.
Or you on her behalf.
Yeah.
Somebody has to send them through an email asking for a reason in writing or an email, so that you can go ahead and log a formal complaint with us.
So his phone call isn't enough. It needs to be in writing.
No, you need to put it in writing.
Okay, I can do that.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Get it on a roll. Give them 20 working days to respond, and then go from there.
Because I've been looking at your Privacy Act here, and as far as I can see, Principle 5, Principle 8, Principle 11 and 10, they've breached all parts of that.
Yes. So you need to specify all in the full depth of detail.
Yep, I can certainly do. I've studied law for 6 years, so they really did pick the wrong person. Yeah, I just wanted to make sure I had your procedure correct.
Yeah, no, you're all right. You're on the right track.
Cool. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate you.
No worries.
All right.
You have a lovely day.
You too.
Nicole.
Thanks.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Load it, cock it, let it go.